the show. We're all hate watching at this point, I think. We've kind of turned the corner. I'm not done yet. I'm coming back for more. But I am starting to get the sense, and I realize it happened quickly, but I guess I was counting on last episode to finally answer something, and they're spending so much time in rooms talking about nonsense or asking new questions that it feels like they have no interest in spending time on the old questions like the bottles or the lighthouse or anything. So yeah, I'm turning against
I'm frustrated by the absolute incompetence of all the characters. Everyone just... Ill-timed panic attacks are the name of the game in this show. These are monsters that can only walk. I am telling you guys, I'm not fast, but if a monster can only walk, I'm a video game fucking hero. I could defeat them with a baseball bat, maybe, or at the very least avoid injury and go from house to house.
I can defeat anyone in a fight if they can't catch me.
Taylor put it. No.
I'll just switch sidewalks to the other side of the street. They're baffled by this move.
Yeah,
Taylor nailed it. Like the three of us could solve this fucking show. That's how I rank my shows. I need a show where you give me answers, but I couldn't fix this if I were there. We could fix this because first of all, I know where the monsters live. Second of all, I know they don't like the sunlight. And third of all, I've got magic that works against them. Jesus Christ, we're gonna go drag them out, and we're going down there. Here's what we do. Go down there with a rope. We tie it around the motherfucker's leg. Zoop! We got a monster. Everybody starts pulling now at the end of the rope. Drag this cocksucker upstairs, and we put him in a circle of talismans doors, like lock him into a cube of talisman doors, and we interrogate him, and we burn him as we interrogate him with either the sunlight or fire. I don't care until there's nothing left. Burn him until he's gone. Like you tell me bullets don't hurt him? Okay. Put him on the pyre and burn him like a witch of olden times.
We haven't seen a headshot yet.
We haven't seen a headshot yet.
No, I don't think a headshot
we would repeat the process of dragging them out. We'd start when the sun came up, while they're all tuckered out. We've only seen like 15, 20 of those things tops. We drag every fucking one of them out and kill them. Like now there's no monsters.
They're pretty dangerous. I'm a little worried about your plan because like when the priest died, it was just one slash. Someone was like, hey, I need help.
They're all tuckered out.
Okay.
So I'm all sleepy under there.
Yeah, but it depends if they wake up when you walk in or if they're like, they stay asleep.
No, they didn't. Vampires. They were like walking around them and they were ridiculously sleepy.
I would try the headshot first.
Oh, yeah. I mean, cut the head off. What happens then? See, this is the problem. You've got to answer these stupid fucking questions or I can't watch your goddamn show. If you don't cut one's head off and then he grows a new head, you show me that and I'll buy in.
Can you just rig up a bunch? You could just rig up a bunch of pipes that has nothing in it and just believe that it has gas and like
the characters don't communicate with each other, and that is just unforgivable. Is what that is. They need to communicate with each other. They're all there, stuck in the same sinking boat, and they're not even working together to solve these problems. Like husband and wives are barely talking to each other, not talking to each other. How can this communication be such a breakdown? They all have poorly timed panic attacks. Every time they get into trouble, they like sit down and get frightened. Oh my gosh, these monsters only walk. If you see a monster, just like skip the other way or something, and you'll be a
There's no stick-to-itiveness in that group. That big fat bitch is the worst. She'll be like, I'm in charge and I'm going to panic. And it's like, you're just upsetting people. You're upsetting.
The onboarding process is unbelievably horrible. Like, oh, new people came in. Let's like point guns at them and hold them on lockdown all night, designed to create the most amount of panic and the least amount of trust.
Yeah.
It
freeze if you want to live. Like that kind of right. Like, you have to come inside with me. We only have 40 minutes to explain this a 2-sentence thing here. Like, so I'm going to strong arm you into the cafe instead.
Every now and then there's a moment where someone actually says it, speaks like a person, and they're like, no, you don't understand. Dave and Mike were down by the river and they fell and got hurt. We've got to head there right now with Becky because she's got the medical kit. Do you have a knife, flashlight, and gun? All right, quick, let's go. Lock up before we do. No one ever does that, right?
No.
Because that's what you'd actually do.
Yeah.
You'd like solve 3 problems, make sure they had no retort other than yes, sir, and you get the door locked behind you. Like, there's no need for a conversation here.
Yeah. The amount of pushback on good ideas where it'll be like, we need to do this. We need to gather this, bring it here, and set this up. And that fat bitch will be like, you don't know where you are, do you? And it's like, you're talking to someone who's been here for days.
If you have a talisman,
I love dope, but the fact that they're always stoned is annoying the fuck out of me. I'm gonna sober up for this shit, boys. Like, come on.
If you have a talisman and you're inside, then you're safe. Now, it's been proven talismans work on structures as weak as tents. Tents. Yep. A tent weighs 2 pounds. I could walk with the fully assembled tent through the night, and if things get rough, put the door on me.
Fred Flintstone it.
Oh yeah, yeah, right.
You know those like poor people outfits from like the 19-teens movies where they have suspenders and just a big barrel.
Yeah,
you just have a barrel with a lid over the side. Everyone walks around in barrels all day. You just get down, and then it's like nighttime. And everybody goes, they close up, and they've all got a little talisman, and immediately the show's over, and it's a terrible show. no one likes it. Yeah, it was exciting until they did that fucking stupid barrel shit, and now it seems like they really solved it. I don't see how they're going to get around this barrel. Exactly, that's what you need. You need
in Rust on some servers. There are these blue barrels that you can wear. You drag it on your character as their clothing item, and when you crouch, you now look like a barrel. And there's a barrel just like that exists as a static item in the game. So people will do all kinds of silly shit with those. They'll crouch down and wear their barrel costume. You can do that in Sea of Thieves as well. Like you can hide as a barrel. It's fun. You can set all sorts of ambushes. You can like barrel up next to the recycling machine, and people will be right next to you and you're like watching them.
I don't know what the game mode is called, but it was a couple Call of Duties ago. Prop hunt. That was the only fun thing I enjoyed doing on that Call of Duty. And basically, like, one team is a bunch of guys with guns, and the other team is like you are randomly assigned a static piece of decoration or furniture. It could be a cone, it could be a tire, it could be an ammo box, it could be a chair, a couch, anything, an electrical box. And you get 3 switches throughout the game. And so, like, if you're the electrical box and you are running away from a guy, and you take a corner, you can switch to something random, and maybe you turn into a lamppost, which is going to make it way harder. Or maybe you turn into a little ammo box, and you just sneak up against the wall, and he runs around and misses you. That was so much fun. Like just being a tire and like trying to like angle yourself around things as they would sneak up on you. I want to play that again. Was Prop Hunt like a really popular game mode in some?
I bet there's a standalone game if you want to do that. Like we could probably find a game that just does that.
You could do it in Minecraft.